We're back.
Hope you missed us.
We had a little bit of a hiatus.
We've had a bit of a shit start to the year.
Unplanned hiatus.
We've both had some deaths in the family and just unexplained flights, but that wasn't unexplained. Unexpected flights overseas. But now we're back.
Yeah,
to roll.
We haven't been in here since January.
Well, you haven't.
Oh, yeah.
I've tried to been in here once or twice.
You're like, yeah, I've just not been in my house. Well, I haven't been in here since January.
Yeah.
It was a good thing we had a few up our sleeves.
Just to get us going for a little bit. We have skipped a couple.
Yeah.
But
because, February sucked.
Good old life.
Yeah.
Kicked our ass.
Absolutely. But we're back. And we have a very interesting one today.
Yeah, Jade was just telling me a little bit about it. And now I'm excited to hear all the nitty-gritty details.
It's a different one. It's a very different one.
I've always choked on my coffee.
Well, can you not? Because I can't do another death this year.
I try not to kill myself.
Much appreciated. Well, at least I'll have another episode for the podcast. I wouldn't know how to do anything with it because you do all the technical shit. But I'd be like,
you just
hey,
upload the whole thing.
I've written it.
I've missed you. I'm glad we're back.
Yes, and hopefully we can get back on track now and actually go back to some sort of schedule.
Yeah. I'm glad we haven't lost our laughter though.
Yeah.
We did for a little bit. I think that's why we needed that. We needed a break.
Yes. Yeah. Between bloody deaths, overseas trips, sicknesses, fucking...
Yeah.
Fuck February.
I literally flew over the Ukraine as well.
Oh, wow.
Just the bottom corner.
Oh, yeah.
My dad knew. He's like, no one even realises. Like, nothing's going to happen.
It would be scary knowing you're flying over it.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, guys, if you look at your left window, you'll see complete and total destruction.
Yeah. Our flight back was cooked. Like, we had people... Like, is there a nurse or a doctor on board? And on the way out, cabin or whatever you call it, ahead of us, one of the kids must have all vomited all in the aisle. Imagine sitting next to them.
No. Oh, that's horrible. I would be sympathy vomiting with the child.
Imagine that. Everyone just sets each other.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow. Glad to have you back.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy our little stories. I was trying to find like a little segue, but there was just nothing
in there. Planes to Demon House.
Go from plane vomiting to Demon House.
Yeah. No real intro for that one.
Yeah, there's no smooth transition. So
let's just get into it then.
Yeah, that's it. So November 2011. The Amos family moved into their new rental home on California Street in Gary, Indiana. The family consisted of LaToya Amos, her mother Rose Campbell, and LaToya's 3 children aged 12, 9, and 7. They had no idea of the horrors that awaited them in their new rental. Despite the freezing December temperatures, the family would find the home filled with swarms of flies, so no matter what they did to eradicate them, nothing seemed to work.
Because that's like a very summery bug.
Yeah. And they were like... sheets of flies on windows. It wasn't just 7 flies in a room. It was insane. Like if they sprayed them and then walked through the room, you'd be crunching flies. It was insane, the amount of flies.
That's red flag number 1.
Right?
Immediately Demon House.
Absolutely.
I missed that.
Oh, no.
I missed you saying that.
I wasn't even conscious about it. I was like, shit. Absolutely. Yeah, so no matter what they did to eradicate them, nothing seemed to work. The swarms would be that heavy that they almost completely enclosed their screened-in porch. What began with LaToya and Rose hearing footsteps in the basement quickly became something far more terrifying, and their stay in the home will become one of the most documented cases of demon activity ever recorded. The sound of the footsteps in the basements would move to footsteps on the basement stairs, and then the basement and kitchen doors would open completely unassisted. Rose and LaToya would place heavy-duty locks on the basement door in order to keep whatever was down there trapped down there. But this But this just led to the footsteps becoming loud banging and pounding on the door from inside the basement. So imagine sitting there in the kitchen and there's like bashing on this door. Yep.
Like 1, if you think it's an intruder, what the hell? Or 2, if you know it's not an intruder, I'd be so out of there.
I was going to say, let's be real, by this point, I would have moved out.
I don't care if I'm sleeping in my car. If
Yeah.
there's banging like that,
Yeah,
and
I
you
would
have to
already have been
bolt
out of
it
that
or
house.
barricade it,
Yeah.
I'd be out.
Absolutely.
That warrants it.
I'm out of practice of finding other things to
To
say.
You'll
So,
get into it.
shortly after this, Amons and Campbell would state that the youngest son would talk of an imaginary friend who would sit on the floor in his closet, and the two older children would complain of seeing an old lady in their backyard. This would then lead into what the women would call the demons possessing the children. The possessions...
So they all had different, like, friends.
They were all
or
seeing different things,
different things. Wow.
Yep. So the possessions would start with the children's voices getting deeper and more demonic sounding, bulging eyes and evil smiles. Their moods and behaviour would become so dark, with the 7-year-old attempting to strangle his brother with the strength that took multiple adults to remove his hands from his brother's throat.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. The older son would be held down in the bathroom by an unseen force, his screams for help alerting Latoya of what was happening. She ran to her son's side only to see what looked like something trying to escape from inside his skin.
What the hell?
After the death of a family member, Latoya and Rose would have some distant family stay at the home while in town for the funeral. During their stay, Latoya and her extended family members would witness Latoya's 12-year-old levitate above her bed while completely unconscious.
Imagine trying to explain that.
Yep. So now it's not just even the women in the house, it's extended family have seen it happen. Latoya and Rose were advised that the strange behaviour in the children was a result of severe mental health issues, which Latoya sought medical advice for. The activity in the house got so bad that the family barely slept, which resulted in the kids being absent from school regularly. The frequent doctor's visits, the bruises and scars on the children, and the school absences would ring alarm bells with the school and Indiana Police Department, and DCS would launch an investigation into the family. Latoya would be found guilty of neglect due to the children's absences from school.
Sorry.
Now, the demons have cost her kids. So, during the DCS and police investigations, the children would have many meetings with social workers. In one of these meetings, Latoya's 9-year-old would explain in detail what it felt like to be murdered. And he would...
So they were still saying the kids, like, believed that they were possessed. And...
even once they were removed from the house, the behaviour stayed the same.
Stayed the same, yeah. And they obviously expressed like it wasn't their mum hitting them. It was,
yeah. And so they were like, well, no, it's mental health issues then. And basically just thought all the kids
like
were
she's
cooked.
Twisted your mind. Yeah.
Yep. In this same meeting, Latoya's 9-year-old would walk backwards up the wall, then flip over his grandmother's head and land on his feet. This happened with a nurse, the family case manager, and Rose, his grandmother, all in the room.
That'd be wild. Like, it doesn't sound believable. This sounds like you're telling me a scene from a movie.
Right. So even after being removed from the home, the activity with the children didn't stop. Police and DCS workers would start their investigation into the case, believing it to be a neglect case, but were all very quickly convinced otherwise. Police officers refused to enter the home after experiencing the goings-on there.
And so she was alone in this house now?
Yep.
After they were taken?
Yep.
That'd be more frightening.
Right? Like, can you imagine, like, I mean, it's probably good that DCS and the police have seen this behaviour because then they know you're not abusing your kids.
Yeah.
But, imagine the cops saying, no, we're not going in your house. It's too scary.
The cops being too terrified to come help you.
Yeah.
And you're in there by yourself.
Yep.
Kicking ass.
And even, like, when I watched the documentary, which I'll get to later on, they interview one of the police officers that was involved in the DCS case.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, no, I won't go in the house. They're like, can you come to the house for an interview? No. Can you come and sit on the porch? Nope.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to step foot on that block of land.
They're like, oh, can we get you out the front? No, you can come down the street. They had to go down the street and interview him because he would not go near the house.
That's a little bit funny.
Yep. And this is a big, burly cop. And he was like, no, not doing it.
So that shows you, like, even if this guy doesn't want to go in there, there's something with that house. Absolutely.
So when asked what possession felt like, Latoya would say she felt weak, lightheaded, and warm. You can tell it's something different, something supernatural, Latoya would say. Her 12-year-old daughter would explain to mental health professionals that she felt paralysed and like she was being choked.
Wow.
So these demons are possessing them and they're obviously having different experiences with it. Latoya tried many times to research the demons she believed were in her home, and any time she thought she was close to finding out who the demons were, her computer would completely shut down.
Because, once you know their name.
Yep, they're powerless. It's believed if you know a demon's name, you will gain power over
Sorry.
it.
I didn't know that from The Conjuring.
Yeah. Desperate for help and unable to afford to move, Latoya would reach out to the Catholic Church for help. Reverend Michael, I'm sure I'm going to butcher this, Magano, would pray over Latoya and her home and would use the names Latoya had found, commanding the demons to leave. When this didn't work, it became clear to the Reverend that this was more than just a simple haunting. Reverend Michael Magano realised he was way out of his depth and would reach out to the bishop to request permission to perform an exorcism over Latoya and her home.
Because there's so much that goes into when they want an exorcism. You don't just send.
Yeah.
They have like specific people for that.
Yeah, like there's actual
and you need
rules
like approvals and shit.
And you've got to meet a certain criteria, and it's not just like the local priest comes and splashes holy water everywhere. Like it's a real big thing. These were the first exorcisms authorised by the bishops of the Catholic Church of Diocese in the Reverend's 21 years of service. So that shows you how hard it is to actually get an exorcism approved. Now, with the Catholic Church's backing, he would cast out demons while holding a crucifix against Latoya's head. She would scream and convulse violently and claimed the pain to be worse than childbirth. Reverend Maginot would perform 2 exorcisms in English, and in June 2012, he would perform the final exorcism in the home. This one was in Latin. So all of this is only in 6 months.
I was going to say, this is also wild that it was like 20-something, 2012, not like 1880s or something.
Yep. And all in a 6-month time span.
That's a lot to go through in 6 months.
The 6 months after all of this began, Latoya and her mother managed to move from the Gary, Indiana property, and Latoya would regain full custody of her children.
Oh, good.
So once they're away from the house, completely away, everything stopped.
So obviously with them being taken and it continued, once she got out the house and the kids kind of cleared up as well.
Yeah, so it was like once there was no connection at all, it all settled.
Wow.
She won't even do interviews about it. Like she,
just doesn't want to
know
anything about it.
In the documentary, Zach Baggins kept trying to go and see her and have interviews, and she was like, no, I'm not having anything to do with anyone who's in that house.
Yeah. Like, just doesn't even want to speak it, really.
Yep. Her brother came out and had an interview with Zach.
Yeah.
And she kicked him out of the house.
Oh, wow.
She wouldn't let him live there.
Yeah. So she literally just that petrified. She doesn't even want the words of that house.
Yeah. So in 2014, after hearing the stories of the California Street Demon House, paranormal hunter Zach Baggins would purchase the home and he would begin an investigation of his own. So this investigation was made into a 2-hour documentary called Demon House. Baggins and his team attempted to interview Latoya, but she refused to speak to him while he was attached to the home.
Mm-hmm.
During filming, Baggins himself noted aggressive mood changes. He became angry and reactive to the point he had to remove himself from the house for a few days.
For a few days? I'd be like, bitch, I'm out of there for good.
Yep. The crew caught a mysterious dark figure on video while investigating the home. This figure got very close to cameraman Adam Albrandt. After this, Adam's personality changed so dramatically that Zach had to make this statement. He was vomiting blood profusely after this happened, and he started saying stuff to me about how I was going to commit suicide and how I should go kill myself in the house. I had to let him go. I tried calling him a month later after all of this happened, and he sent me a message and said sorry. I just don't ever want to talk about this again and I can't talk to you. I've not heard from him since. I don't know where he's at now, but I do know that shortly after this happened, he ended up getting 666 tattooed on his hands. All of Adam's social media accounts have been deleted.
So he's just off-grid.
Yep.
Satanic love.
Yep. And that's just from like this thing, like you see it in the video, like you see it walk near him. You don't see it enter him or anything like that, but it's obviously done enough damage just from there.
That gives me chills.
Yep. So Baggins was so convinced of the evil in the house that he had it demolished in February 2016 before his Demon House documentary was even released. He has no plans to sell or build on this land. So he's made an agreement that basically as long as he's alive, he will own the land and nothing will ever be put on it. Because you think things like that, people knock down the house, yep, that's all well and good, but stuff like that's in the soil.
Yeah.
Like, that's you could go build a brand new house there, you're still going to have problems.
Yeah.
Many people who have heard the story, of course, say it's fake and a money grab. However, police, nurses, DCS workers, priests, and anyone else who has ever entered the home will adamantly swear that it was all true. A police officer interview for Baggins' 2018 released documentary refuses to enter the home. He told Baggins he didn't even like driving past it and had flat out refused call-outs to the address. The Amons family are all doing well since they've been away from the home, and both Latoya and Reverend Maginot have now signed movie deals. According to Google Maps, a lot is still vacant, and while Zach Baggins has control of it, it'll stay that way.
So I feel like if they were saying it's just a money grab, she would not have, I don't know, she wouldn't decline interviews. She wouldn't decline anything.
She
She'd
wouldn't
wanna be
have
all over
waited this long. You would do it all while Zach Baggins was involved, because then it's fresh and it's...
You've got that, He's already not making it big, but he's, I guess, advertising it. So you'd want to be part of the interviews, part of that.
That's
but if
it.
she was still refusing it, then she didn't want anything to do with it.
Yep. And she was like, you can see in the documentary, she was like, no, I don't. She wouldn't even come to the door.
Yeah.
She wouldn't talk to him through the window. She wouldn't talk to him on the phone.
She did not want anything to do with that house.
Yep.
Yeah.
She
was petrified.
And you imagine, like, if that's what's on the internet about it, then there was things that happened that haven't made it on there.
Oh, 100%.
Like, there would have been things she was too embarrassed to talk about, or things that
the kids didn't want to, like, maybe
have
discussed or known about them.
That's some pretty full-on stuff.
Yeah, I really want to go watch that movie now.
It's pretty decent. I was trying to find the names of who the demons were.
Yeah.
And then I was like, started to look into it, and I was like, you know what? No.
I'm not bringing him over into Australia.
I was like, just no. Yeah. I was like, I'm good. It'll be interesting to see if they do anything, like, to try and cleanse the land.
Whether
somewhat.
Anything like that would help. Happy that they've all gotten out of there. Because imagine being that mother. Imagine seeing your kids go through all those things and not really knowing how to help because it's something so out of the norm.
The minute that stuff started on my kid, I would have been out.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been out with it bashing on the door like it was, because that's strong.
I do understand it being hard to, like, find a house in these times and finding something that fits your size family, that sort of thing.
I'd sleep on a couch. If that's to the point where it's bashing on the door like that, that's strong.
That's why I said, like, I'd rather live in my car.
Yeah. That's not just some, like, oh, hey, there's...
You can't think of a reason for it to be anything other than what it is.
Yeah.
Other than an intruder. But then still, that's fucked.
Look, we took a photo and there's someone's face in the background. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, I walked into the lounge room and I could feel someone sitting in the lounge. Oh, that's
it's like
cool.
Physical damage, like, or physical...
That's well and truly showing you, I can hurt you.
If you can bang on a door.
Yeah.
What else can you do?
Like, yeah, and doing some of the shit, like, if I walked in a room and saw my child levitating, mate, we would be out.
Mm-hmm.
I would grab them and we would walk straight out of the house.
If my kids started talking to me in a different voice, I'd be out of there already as well.
The amount of things that, I mean, it's hard because it costs a lot of money to move house.
Yeah, understandable.
But I don't know. I feel like I would rather sleep in my car.
Where's that line that you're like, all right, nah, this is too fucked for me?
Yeah, I would rather sleep in my car than put my child in that
position.
Yeah, especially when they're trying to kill each other and talking about, this is what it feels like to be murdered.
Yeah.
Like, no.
That house is bad for you.
I would love to know, because the kids were, 12, 9 and 7, and that was in 2011, so we're now 14 years later. I would love to know, like,
whether they remember the experiences, that sort of thing. Yeah.
And is there any
lingering,
like, permanent damage to them? Like, are they, the kid that was talking about what it feels like to be murdered and strangling his brother, like, is he still angry?
Yeah.
Is he an angry person? Or
yeah, because we've heard they'd moved out and they're all good now. But
that's
then,
it. Like,
how long does that good last for?
Is he now killing people? And
has it affected them in their future adulthood lives?
I should have.
You looking it up?
I'm gonna have a quick Google. I should have. Maybe I did look into it and didn't find anything.
I reckon her being very private, there wouldn't be much Like their names, things like that were probably changed. See, like she doesn't even have the kids' names in there.
Yeah.
See, that's weird. So down here it says the landlord, he stated that he never experienced any supernatural events at the house and that his prior tenants also claimed to never have such experiences. So why this family?
There was so many things that, like, when I was looking into it, heaps of things were saying that she did it all, like, faked it all to try and get money and to cover up her abusing her kids and blah, 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 blah. But, like, DCS and police witnessed it.
If they witnessed it, then you can surely, because that's what it says here, that at the time Latoya was behind on lease and used, or this is what the landlord reckons. So he was saying at the time she was behind on lease and used the claim that paranormal activities to avoid payments. And apparently the tenant who moved in after her also stated that there was no paranormal events. He never noticed anything either. So every family before her and after her didn't experience anything, according to the landlord.
But then, like, Zach Baggins and that got stuff happen. Oh, here you go. One of her kids died. Lawyer Eamon's son, Arnie L. Eamons, passed away on October 8th, 2021 at home in his mother's arms.
Holy shit.
Doesn't say what from.
See, all this that I'm reading here is just making it sound like a hoax, because then it's saying like the children were interviewed by psychologists and that several professionals concluded the children were acting deceptively and in accordance with their mother's beliefs. And one of the psychologists noted that the youngest son acted possessed, I put that in air quotes, whenever he was challenged or was asked questions he did not wish to answer. So that's what I mean. Even people have witnessed things and they still don't want to believe it.
Yeah, that's it. And when the Baggins crew was in there, they caught stuff on camera.
I think it's so hard for people to acknowledge these things. Like, even if you have something on video or photo, people will still argue with you and be like, no, that's fake. You've edited that.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to believe what they're seeing.
Because I guess it's terrifying to believe it. To believe that demons are real.
And that they can physically possess you and make you act a certain way. Yeah.
But at the risk of offending people, you cannot believe in God without believing in demons, because they're hand in hand. If there's good, there's evil. Yeah. The Bible speaks of demons. Out. Like,
it's not a religious thing. It's just there's good, there's evil.
Exactly. But yeah,
this all happened in in the 2000s.
Yeah, not really that long ago. Oh, they've released the movie version of it. It's called The Deliverance. Directed by Lee Dan, released 16th of August 2024.
I was going to say, that sounds new.
Yep. Nothing on here says how or why he died, but he was 17 and he died at home in her arms. And he seemed to be the kid that was affected the most.
The youngest one?
Yeah.
Because, that's what I'm trying to find out about him. So he doesn't look... It's like when you think houses... I don't know, when I think houses that are got demons and things like that in it, I always think middle of nowhere, no houses around.
Not just a casual house on a suburban street.
Yeah, just one driveway between you and the house next door.
Yep.
So imagine being the house next door and hearing screams and things being thrown and shattered.
I feel like maybe if I lived next door, I'd probably still want to move.
I feel like I would too. What is in that land?
Yeah, everything I look at doesn't say how he died. It all just goes back to saying that he died at home with her.
In her arms.
Yep.
So unless he was unwell. He was 17.
Yeah.
That's very young.
Right. So according to this website, it's unknown what Latoya Eamons and her children are doing now, but the Deliverance director told THR he spoke with her while making the Netflix movie. Daniels said that he talked to Eamons once or twice at the beginning of the process. The director also discussed some of his major changes from Eamon's story to the big screen. A little bit is I made her mother white because I have so many mixed race friends and I wanted to talk about it. What it's like to have a white mother and to live in a black girl's body, he explained. And the Deliverance person was actually a guy and not a girl. But there are so many women that do this work too that don't get recognised. So I changed that a little bit, and of course their names and such. I really wanted to separate as much as I could so I could make it my own story. So basically Deliverance isn't even really like a...
Not really true to what happened kind of thing.
Yep.
So that Demon House one, that's like a mockumentary kind of thing, is the better one to watch. Probably still watch Deliverance just to watch it. But I couldn't find anything about his death. It even says that him being so young and there's so much mystery surrounding his death that it's brought so much attention to it.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell happened?
Absolutely. That's kind of crazy though, like making the movie and
just changing everything about it anyway.
yeah.
It's just a completely different movie. That happens all the time. They take one tiny piece of info and make a whole movie around it, and then they'll put based on true events.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
now
based on one singular tiny minute.
and now they're going to use the real story to benefit
yeah,
the promotion of
because they'll
their
be
own
like,
movie.
it's based on this, but it's nothing like it. I think people like to exaggerate, obviously, things that happen in real life. But that already sounds wild, like being thrown against walls, being completely possessed.
That's it. And like her family members witnessed the child levitating.
Yeah, how do you tell someone that?
That's it.
Without sounding crazy.
You know, if the whole thing was a hoax, it would have to be, oh hey, like everyone, you've got to tell people that you saw the kid levitating, but then don't talk to anyone about it.
Yeah, like you'd think she'd be more talking to the press, talking to anyone that would listen to tell them what she saw.
You know, the kids rocking up with the bruises and the cop not wanting to go in the house. And there's too many professional people involved that witness stuff to
that
call it a
also
hoax.
Have like this deep down fear of this house, this block of land, just the land they don't even want to step on.
Yep. And like Zach Baggins is a paranormal investigator that tries to debunk shit. Like he doesn't want to be like, oh yeah, this is haunted. He's not going to say that unless he's adamant that there's something wrong there.
Yeah.
And he was that adamant that he knocked the fucking house down.
Yeah.
Like, and made sure...
Was that petrified of it? That was like, no.
Yep, and made sure that the house was demolished before the movie came out because he didn't want people going there trying to invoke shit because he didn't want what was in the house to leave.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, that's true, because if he released that, people would be going there to take photos, to want to experience these things for themselves.
That's it.
So, it definitely shows you something if he's knocked it down.
And if he thought there was nothing there, why hasn't he sold the land?
Yeah.
Like, the land would be worth 3-4 times now what it was when he brought it in 2014.
And if it was a money grab, sorry to keep cutting off, like he could have done the same thing they did with the Winchester house. Made it a tourist attraction, had people spend the night or whatever to experience these scary things.
Yeah, that's it. Could have, you know, stay a night here. And
in the demon house, like the famous demon house, $100 a night and you'd be making a killing.
That's it. But he didn't want people in there because he knew what was in there was actually fucking evil. And this is a guy who's made his whole life, his whole career. He has a museum I'd love to go see where he's got like haunted artifacts and stuff in there.
Kind of like the
Warren's house.
House, yeah. Oh, that's really cool.
Yep, and like he's got stuff in there where it's like there's a doll that is known to possess people if you look it straight in the eyes. So he's got the eyes covered on the doll. Like there's all these things that
protection.
They're still there, but it'll be like this chair that people get sick or something sitting in it. And so he's got it in a glass cabinet. It's so you can't access it.
Yeah.
God.
Well, that is the demon house. I'm definitely going to go watch that movie. I feel like this would happen but we just wouldn't hear about it.
Yeah.
Because surely there's more than like the Conjuring house and the demon house. Like there's so many possessions that would happen. The whole... Oh, I've just totally forgotten what it's called. Amityville house?
Yeah.
That was, how it was the house possessing the people in it.
Yeah.
Once they left, they were kind of all right.
Yeah.
Other than obviously the one that butchered his family. That's still standing. And people still go there and experience similar things. Like haven't other people gone there and been like, I have felt they've moved into the basement for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Done the exact same thing the family before have done.
And there's even the lead singer of the Smashing Pumpkins I'm sure that's who it was, brought the door off of the Sharon Tate house.
Really?
Yeah. So because that house was like really haunted after the murders.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Right? The trauma in that fucking house. And he brought the door off it because they recorded an album there. Was it Smashing Pumpkins? It was someone like that.
Like a really random band.
Yeah, and they like recorded an album there, and then he brought the door before it was demolished, and then he got rid of the door because shit was happening in his house once he took the door back there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why would you want that?
Right? I don't know. I probably would.
But then once shit starts happening, I'm getting rid of it.
I'd be like, that's cool.
Yeah, I changed my mind. Have you seen, I think we were talking about it a couple of episodes ago, I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes.
Such a good ending.
It shows how easily that could have happened. Like, had they just got the wrong address.
Yeah.
And he just so happened to have a can of dog food that he could throw really well.
Yeah.
I think that's the funniest thing I've ever seen in a movie, where he pegs that can of dog food at that kid.
I went into that movie blind, and I was literally expecting a murder scene of Sharon Tate, and then got the complete opposite of them. I loved it.
It was a good movie, actually. I might watch that again.
It's long,
good. Yeah,
but it all relates, if that makes sense. Like, you just need every piece of that.
And you just think how easily that could have been how that story went.
Yeah.
If they just went next door instead of to the Sharon Tate house.
To someone that can defend themselves kind of thing. And wasn't heavily pregnant.
Flame blowers and shit.
That was so good. That was classic.
But yeah, instead of stabbing a 8-month pregnant woman.
That was just psychotic.
Scumbags.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have gone off on a few little tangents today, but
that's okay. It's made it a bit longer. But that was the Demon House. I am definitely going to watch the movie Deliverance. I'm definitely going to watch
I reckon
documentary.
I reckon I'll watch that Deliverance and just see how different it is to
what they've changed.
Yeah.
How far-fetched they went just to make a movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy though, but it'd be so hard to try to explain that to police or try to explain that to anyone and not sound insane or try to prove your point that you're not beating your kids. It's,
it wasn't me, it was the demon. Are you the demon, LaToya?
Yeah. That's what they would say. That she's, the evil one.
And how do you get that across to the professionals without seeming crazy?
And just trying to get your kids help.
Yeah.
In that situation. She's gone to the priest, she's done the exorcisms, she's done rituals to try and cleanse the house or whatever, and it's just...
That's it. And of course she'd end up behind in rent. She lost her fucking kids, so she would have lost any little bit that she was getting from welfare. She probably wouldn't have been able to focus on working or looking for work. So of course she'll fall behind your rent. I'm sorry, but I'm not paying rent for a house that is possessing my fucking children.
Yeah, that's another thing. Of course I'm gonna, fight that to...
she could have been using that money to stay in hotels or something, saving that money so she could afford to move.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. What are you going to do? Evict me? Go for it, bro.
Literally,
I'm keen as fuck to be evicted. Please. Yeah.
Well, that was the Demon House. We will...
Oh, and I got my first ever case request.
Oh, did you?
The other day, someone sent me a case that they want me to do, and I've never heard of it before.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited.
That's cool to get a request. I've got a list of things that I want to research. I think I'm going to do Cecile Hotel. Cecile Hotel and Joseph Mengele I'm going to do.
Oh, yeah, he's fucked.
What do they call him? Dr. Death or something?
Yeah. The Ghost of Lemon Tree Passage. It's an urban legend.
What, in Adelaide or just... Oh, wow. Lemon Tree Passage. See, I've never heard of that. I've heard of Snyder's Alley and...
So, yeah, I'm going to have to... We'll have to suss that one out. I've not heard of it.
We could do a little episode of all these Adelaide...
Yeah, do multiples.
Yeah.
Little places fucking Dead Man's Pass and...
Where's that?
Just out the back of Anglevale, I reckon.
Oh, really? Dang.
Yep, and it's this road that always smells of rotting bodies.
Oh, really?
And there's no reason why it should.
Smell like that.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, so it's Dead Man's Pass or Dead Man's Drive or something like that.
That's interesting. It was trippy.
See, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Demons bashing on your basement door, not so much, but stuff like that.
You love to hear about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, that was the Demon House.
Yes. And we will try and get back on schedule.
Yes, try and still do fortnightly, I think.
Yeah.
And we'll just...
Yeah. Sounds good.
But yes, that was the Demon House, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.